Hello, creative gems. Welcome to Creativity. Today I'm going to show you how to make a beautiful high-end looking wall sconce for only a few dollars using materials from the dollar store. The special features of this wall sconce is that it does not require any wiring or electricity. I will list out all the materials, and if you would like, you can also visit my blog site at creativdiy.com for all the details, including tips and tricks, as well as links to my Amazon store where you can purchase some of my favorite craft tools and materials if you are unable to find them at your local dollar store. If you enjoy glam home decor and DIY crafts on a budget, I would love it if you would support my channel by hitting the subscribe button so you can be notified every time I upload a new video. To begin, I will show you the materials. All the materials were found at Dollar Tree unless otherwise stated. We will need 4 picture frames. The ones I chose have a mirrored frame and is 4 by 6. We will also need a solar garden light, some leftover foam board, some mirrored contact paper, which I found on Amazon, some silver beaded necklace, some acrylic stringed garland, which I found on Amazon, some diamond wrap, and some jewel border or gem stickers, depending on what you have on hand. And we will also need 1 acrylic diamond gem. Dollar Tree sells the small ones and Dollarama has the larger ones. Either size will do. As per most of my craft projects, we will also need some white glue, which will dry clear, some E6000 for permanent hold, and some hot glue. My E6000 was purchased from my local hardware store and my glue gun from Amazon. To begin, we will need to disassemble all 4 picture frames by removing the backing, the paper, and the glass. Take the paper from one and set everything else aside. On the paper, we will use some white glue to adhere a sheet of diamond wrap cut to the size of the paper. Set it aside to let it dry for about 20 minutes. While that dries, apply some E6000 and hot glue to the inner rims of each frame. Then, take one of the frames and carefully insert the paper that we set the diamond wrap on, ensuring the side with the diamond wrap faces outwards against the glass. Then, reinsert the backing as normal. Continue to reinsert only the glass into the rest of the frames. And since we won't be using the leg of the frame backing, I would recommend removing it. The next step is to use E6000 and some hot glue to assemble the 4 frames into the shape of a box. The frame with the backing inserted should have the backing facing outwards. For this step, I would recommend that you allow the glue to fully cure overnight and place some heavy books against the 2 opposing sides of the frames to ensure they stay firmly in shape. Once the glue has fully dried, double-check the frames that they are secure and do not move. Then take the frames and set them atop some foam board. The foam board does not need to be new, as we will be covering the foam board later. Then, using a pencil, trace the inner portion of the frame set, as we will be cutting 2 pieces of foam board that will be inserted to the inside bottom of the frame set. Once the foam boards are cut to shape, glue them together with some hot glue. Then, test them out to ensure they fit snugly into the inner part of the frame set. The foam board should be pushed down to the bottom so it can become the foundation where the light source will sit. And then once you confirm the foam board fits properly, remove it as we will adhere some mirrored contact paper to one side of the foam board. If you don't have mirror contact paper, you can substitute with diamond wrap as well. Next, we will need to trace the shape of the solar stick onto the center of one side of the foam board. The portion of the solar garden stick we will need to trace is the see-through plastic part. Stand it upright onto the center of the foam board, trace the outline of it, and then take an X-Acto knife to cut out the foam board where you traced the outline. Make sure you cut out the outline to ensure the solar garden stick can be reinserted snugly. Once the hole is created, reinsert the foam board with the side of the contact paper facing up. On the opposite side of the foam board, we will cover it with some diamond wrap. Once the diamond wrap is glued down with some white glue, use some small scissors to cut out a hole in the center where the solar garden stick will be fed through. Next, we cut out strings of acrylic gem garland. You can make yours as long or as short as you desire. For mine, I will have 6 pieces per string. To attach the garland strings, apply some hot glue to the end of the string and adhere it to the back of the foam board on the bottom. Continue until the entire perimeter of the frames is completed. Then we place the frame set so that the frame containing the backing is placed down. Using some hot glue, adhere a string of silver beaded necklace on either side of the front frame so that we cover any gap between the adjacent frames. The final step is to assemble the solar garden stick. Since I want my stick longer, I attached 2 additional sticks to the end of my first solar garden stick. Then I embellished the stick with some rhinestone ribbon. At the very bottom tip of that last stick is where I place the acrylic gem. For this step, I use some hot glue. And there you have it. For only a few dollars, we created a glamorous high-end looking wall sconce. And the best part is that it requires no wiring and no electricity to operate. This wall sconce is both beautiful and functional. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to my channel and share with other creative gems. Also, remember to hit the notification bell so you can be notified whenever I upload another DIY glam project. I hope to see you all soon.